Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've tried so many of these. Too many probably. But this one stands out. It caught me off guard. Let's figure out why together. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer was so pleased with their first electric bike that they purchased a second one for their family a couple of years later. The newer model came with some welcome upgrades, like a more secure key-based battery system that was a big improvement over the old plug-in style. It also featured a much better digital display that now shows speed, distance, and different levels of motor assistance, which was a nice modern touch. Despite these positives, our reviewer discovered the same critical issue on both bikes that potential buyers should know about. Right out of the box, the spokes on the wheels were alarmingly loose. On their original e-bike, this eventually led to multiple spokes breaking after about 1,500 miles of regular riding. Because of this experience, they immediately checked the new one and found it had the same problem. They strongly suggest that anyone who gets this bike should have the spoke tension professionally checked and adjusted at a bike shop, or do it themselves if they have the right tools. It seems to be a consistent quality control issue. Over thousands of miles, the first bike proved to be a reliable and fun ride. It handled hilly terrain well and was sturdy, though a bit heavy. The client did run into some expected wear and tear. The original seat was uncomfortable and needed replacing. A few small plastic parts fell off and the rear tire wore out. The battery performed admirably for about 2 years before needing a replacement. Overall, they feel this electric bike offers excellent value, but they stress that addressing the loose spokes is essential for its long-term safety and durability.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer found this electric bike to be a solid choice for casual riding around a small town, local parks, and on beginner-level off-road trails. While it's an affordable entry into the electric bike world, it's well designed for its class. Our reviewer noted that many other models at a similar price point feature a clunky battery bag that hangs over the handlebars, which can negatively affect balance and handling, especially on anything other than smooth pavement. This particular folding bike, however, has a much more integrated and stable setup. Early in their ownership, after tackling some bumpy trails, the bike suddenly shut off. Although initially concerning, the problem was a simple fix. Following the provided troubleshooting guide, our reviewer discovered that a fuse clip inside the battery housing had come loose from the vibrations. A quick and easy adjustment had it running again. When they had initially contacted the company about the issue, customer service was very responsive and immediately offered a full replacement, though it ultimately wasn't necessary. Over hundreds of miles of use, both on pavement and trails, this client has found the bike to be reliable, though they did make several personal upgrades to better suit a more aggressive riding style, including more durable tires, a new seat, and some drivetrain components. They emphasize that, like any well-used bike, it requires basic maintenance and the eventual replacement of wear and tear parts, which is a normal aspect of ownership. The performance from the standard motor is surprisingly zippy, but the smaller battery does limit the range if you rely heavily on the throttle. For those just looking to cruise the neighborhood or get some exercise with an electric assist, the standard model is more than capable and a great starting point for anyone new to e-bikes.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer has shared a remarkably positive long-term experience with their electric bike, updating after 2 years of consistent use. Both our reviewer and their spouse have utilized these electric bikes daily, covering about 20 miles. They've endured rain and minor falls, yet these bikes proved incredibly resilient. Despite thousands of miles leading to expected wear on tires and brake pads, the core bikes never faltered. This client, experienced with electric bikes, commends the flawless 36V electronics, noting frequent issues with 48V systems. A small battery problem was quickly resolved by the seller, solidifying their view that these are excellent budget-friendly electric bikes. Still going strong, they plan to keep them indefinitely. Regarding initial impressions and performance, this reviewer provides practical data. The electric bike offers approximately 25 miles of range on speed 1, 18 miles on speed 2, and 12 miles on speed 3. For a rider around 170 pounds, a top speed of 20 mph is achievable. On quality, while acknowledging this bike has minor compromises, our reviewer feels it fares better than many competitors. The primary task upon arrival involves meticulously securing all bolts from rotors to the stem as they tend to come loose. This client strongly advises using blue Loctite. Other practical setup tips include adding cable management hoses for tidier wires, attaching a metal crate for comfort, and applying WD-40 gel for rust prevention. For flat protection, especially on rear hub bikes asterisk, they recommend thorn-resistant tubes, green slime, and protectors. Despite these initial adjustments, the electric bike package deeply impressed. Highlights include its foldable design, effective suspension, aluminum frame, 8Ah battery, mudguards, a useful rack, quiet and smooth ride, nice disc brakes, and a Shimano derailleur. A significant positive was the generous factory lubrication, even on motor gears, a welcome departure from.
That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.